Okay, let's begin first. I'll start with this question to everyone, which is what problem do you see in the current education system that makes our roles as tutors necessary? Another phrasing is what personally drives you to save students who are drowning in this subject? Okay, so just think about it like half a minute. Okay, once you have an answer, you tell me.
I think my answer to like the two questions are like different. So for the first part, like I feel like the current education system, like the issue is that like school teachers are usually like spread too thin. It's like I've talked to some people that like they work in MOE, and then they always say that like the reality is that most of their time isn't even spent like teaching. It's spent like doing
Mm,
other stuff, like admin stuff or
mm,
like CCA stuff like that. And then it's like end of the day, like yeah, they're just spread too thin, and then the students don't receive the quality teaching. And that's why they like outsource to like tutors who basically like only teach, don't do anything
mm,
else. Yeah.
mm. Yeah. So we kind of got to thank the government for giving us these jobs that we have. Yeah. They say that MOE teachers are government jobs. Hey, maybe tutors are also okay. So yeah, I agree. So my answer to this is teachers, or rather the teaching in most bio classrooms are not good. And it makes the students not understand bio, the subject. Then they score badly. So then they think they have other problem. So self-confidence goes down and they feel bad about themselves.
Data is not.
Yeah, and it continues on for other subjects and future years throughout their education life. And it just gets reinforced, right? Like, oh, look, my grades suck. And then their careers, same. Oh, I suck. So I'm gonna suck at my job also. Yeah. So you just like low self-esteem will hurt them for the rest of their life. So that's my main motivation. I want to show them that look, you are actually not stupid. Yeah, you actually are very capable. So that's my main motivation. The problem is just lack of good teaching, right? So we give them a good teaching, show them they're capable. Okay, yeah. So for Melvin, right, I think Melvin, he will just type in the chat. Like and Melvin, you can send after this also. Don't need to send now. Okay, I'll start with the feedback, reviewing the feedback from the last lesson. So actually last lesson I was sick and I was having a fever. So it impacted my ability to speak faster and with more enthusiasm, but they actually still said it was enthusiastic. So I was like, oh, okay, that's good. So my attempt to try paid off. And then they said interactive feedback. I think what they mean by this is that as they answer a question, right? Then I say, okay, try this, or like, okay, that's a good thought process, try that. Or I was thinking about this, then they attempt again. I think that's what they mean by interactive. Okay, then pacing was nice. I don't think I crammed too much content. Enthusiastic, acronyms, they like it. Yeah, so this is why sometimes you tutors can suggest new acronyms. Yeah, like this part is a common chunk of content, like the vaccines one, right? It was a common question, common chunk of content, but we had no acronym. Yeah, so eventually now we do have one. Okay, then showing videos, they like it. Aircon temperature, okay, I'll tell Work Central to put at this setting. They don't like it too cold. Um, asking them questions to the floor, everyone show thumbs up or thumbs down, increase or decrease, they like it. Okay, giving candy, they like the memes. Explain well. This was a Zoom student, so I saw his question and I explained. Okay, things to improve on would be handwriting, hard to read. Yeah, so I think I need to write a bit neater. Then someone say lesson pace a little fast, but I think we can't cut things. Sorry, this is last time. My bad, my bad. Okay, this one, handwriting, right, came up again. So, okay, this is last week's one. Someone say handwriting was a bit hard to read, so I'll write nicer. they said more sweets. Okay, maybe I could have walked around and given out more frequently rather than waiting that long and then going around to give out. Um, okay, then main problem that came up was quite a few students said that it was noisy, disruptive. So I'm going to address this in the upcoming lesson. And in fact, I realized, oh, this is going to be a problem for other tutors eventually. If your class size is big enough and then people get comfortable enough, this will happen. So at first, my lesson started very quiet, like when I started, even when there were many more people. So I was like, oh, I feel like this is too dead, the life, not lively. Last year, I had the opposite problem. Like everyone was super noisy. So I was like, is this the opposite problem now? But yeah, now they're getting noisier. So here's how I'm going to address it. And take note of this because you might want to use this yourself. I've put this new section into the operator manual already. So what I'm going to do for this lesson is I'm going to ask them, hey guys, why are you all here? What's the purpose? Then they'll start telling, oh, because we need to improve our grades because teaching in school is not good enough. Okay, then I show you, okay, so we're here to solve it, right? You need good teaching. And so you understand the content and the answering skills. How to actually get this? You need to hear it and listen. So if you're noisy, it's not going to help you achieve your goal. Okay, plus then I'll also add in some consequence. Okay, also if people are noisy, I will not give you sweet even if you score one, I'll not give you. And you can whisper to other students. And then at the end of this, I'll say, okay, so all of you are in agreement, then thumbs up, show me thumbs up. So this way everyone gets it's declaring that yes, I agree. I'm not gonna be noisy. Yeah, and I'll also walk around during the breaks to individually remind the noisy students if they're still noisy, like, okay, can you not so loud. Yeah, so this one, ever a problem in your class, Chelsea?
No, my class is usually very quiet also.
Okay, okay, cool. So that's my any comments you wanna say? Okay, okay, Chelsea, your turn.
Okay, the main good feedback from the past week was that number one, the students really like when we ask them to fill out like the keywords. And then this is for the open-ended questions. Yeah. And yeah, the main thing was the transpiration concept at the end of the lesson. A lot of them, I think, found it quite complicated, very difficult to understand. So yeah, they were like, thank you for slowing down to help us understand better and like using different methods to help them understand it. Yeah.
What different methods?
It was like, firstly, we did the explanation, then there was the summary and the video as well. And I think I just like, yeah, like verbally explain.
Mm, okay, okay. Was there
Yeah.
anything new that you added in that you tried?
Nothing in particular, but I remember that the part that they were very confused about was the xylem. Because you know the transpiration pool is like from the roots up the xylem. But it's not in the diagram. So I think they found it very hard to visualize. Like they didn't understand that portion. Yeah. So I just like visually, sorry, not visually, like verbally explain to them that portion.
Mm,
Yeah. And I
okay,
think
and also,
because
yeah,
oh sorry. Yeah,
go on.
because the transpiration is like a cycle. Like you know the 5 steps, the fake vampire is technically like a cycle. It's not like a front and an end, like a top and a yeah. So I think that part was a bit hard for them to comprehend at the start also.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Okay, great. Eventually they got it.
Mm.
And was it due to showing them visually? Is that how they got it?
I feel like the video really helped a lot. Yeah.
Okay. Good call, skipping the question two, since everyone got correct. And you had no time because you were going slowly. Okay. Yeah, go on.
Yep. For the past week, there was only one like not as good feedback, which was the checkpoint test. But I'm not sure like how we will implement it if we do.
Oh, okay, okay. Hmm. What do you think is if we were to ever implement this in future, right? What would the purpose be?
I'm not sure if it's like oh necessary per se, because technically, like like getting the students to answer questions and like them showing like what option they choose for MCQs is a good indicator for me of like
Mm,
how they're progressing with the topic.
mm, mm,
Yeah,
mm,
like from like asking them to answer questions and all that, I really can tell whether they like understand or like they're confused.
mm. Okay, that's true. I think they want it. I've heard this request multiple times, and I think they want it for themselves to know that they are quite good at, or are like at least they understand.
Mm.
Mm,
Maybe from their point of view, for me, what maybe I can suspect what they are thinking is, they want like us tutors to see their answers and then like want us to mark for them.
mm,
Maybe, yeah. At least maybe that's what I
mm.
think lah.
Yeah, I think they will want that. Yeah, that's another purpose that they will want.
Correct. But then for the checkpoint test, right? mm, See whether do the students want to do the test during the 2 hours session, or do they want to do it like out, like at home, then they give it for us to mark or whatsoever. Then that would be a different kind of thing also.
Mm,
Yeah, because I understand that some parents, they do not want to do the test during the lesson, but then some parent or some students want to do it during the lesson. Like,
yeah.
is that like that kind of student want but parent don't want, then parent want student don't want, that kind of thing. So it's kind of like a controversy, I feel lah.
Okay, as for the test, right? So you all have brought up two possible purpose that the students want the test. One is that they want to know whether they understand the concept before they can move on. The second one is they want to know if they can answer questions correctly. So if we if we try to hit the first purpose, right, like Chelsea already said, we can tell from how they reply to our questions. Then for the second purpose, I feel like this already is achieved by the homework. The homework already serves the purpose of, because if they can do it, means, and then they can see the answers, right? So if they can do it, that means they're answering correctly. If they're not, then they're not. It's quite straightforward. Because the keywords are the same. There's to a large extent, bio answering techniques are like math because there's just one correct answer. So the keywords, you can phrase it however you want in English, but still gotta have the keywords, right? Still gotta have the key points there. So that one is, if you don't have it, then wrong. If you have it, then correct. So that's why I think not worth the extra effort to like do an extra test. The homework already serves the purpose. And the CAQ challenge serves the purpose. So I think, yeah, for now we will not implement this. I was thinking of like maybe we can do like a true or false statement, like 20 questions, make it hard at the end of every chapter. That would serve the first purpose. But the Kahoot already kind of does this. So again, low benefit. That's why for now, we will not implement. Because I've had this kind of thing before they asked. Okay. Yeah, Melvin, your turn. Unless Chelsea had finished already. Anything else?
Yep, nothing else to add.
Okay. Melvin, you can go ahead.
So generally the feedback for this week is very similar to the one that said for last week. Generally is how I use real life examples and in terms of interactive and fun. But for me, my own thoughts was that uh one good thing was that I managed to end on time. And like after 1 week of like kind of like a mini time warm up, right? Then yeah,
Yeah.
this time was like in my tip top condition. Then
Mm.
also one thing that I added was I asked the students like, okay, I there's this, apart from the things that is in the syllabus, which is transpirational pool, there are also a few other factors. So I asked them, this is actually out of the syllabus. Then do you still want to know about it? Then they are like, yeah, I want to know more about it. Please tell me more. Then I was like, okay, then with that, right, then we may need to extend the lesson a bit more. Then they're like, ask them, are you okay with it? And they're like, yeah, I'm okay. I want to know more about what's this. So I just spent about like 5 to 10 minutes after that to explain things like the root pressure, capillary action, stuff like that lah. And I think they really appreciated it. So yeah, at least for my class lah. So I just went on to talk about it. Yeah.
Okay, nice. So yeah, good job. 5 stars for ending on time. And like as for you say you were in your top condition, right? So
Yeah.
I also don't know what it was, but I felt like, oh, this lesson would be good for me to watch and review. So I'll like type out, the whole Google Doc of, oh, these are all the good things you did, these are all the things to improve. So I was going to do that. Then I realized you don't have a lesson recording. So it would have been
Yeah, I forgot to
really
record.
nice if I could see this. Because you were, it seems like it was good. And then good that you asked them whether they want to extend the time. Yeah, good. Yeah, okay. And yeah, like this is a good sign that one of the students said fun. So fun is quite a feat for school subjects. Like if they say fun, that's very nice. So that's a good sign.
I think the interactive and fun was the Zoom student. I think it was the Zoom student. Then just nice after that session, I had like a welcome session with her online. Then she was like, just nice, her mom was also sitting beside and actually like listening. So after that, after the Zoom interview, right, the mom was like, please continue the way you teach and like engage her and like to make sure that she's not distracted. So yeah, because what I feel that what I did was that because I have a separate computer to just for the Zoom students, so I actually like take turns to ask like, okay, the Zoom students, what do you think? Because she was the only Zoom student, you see. So I said that okay, maybe you can unmute and engage.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And I think the mom quite like that also. So yeah, I will just continue to do that lah.
Okay. Makes sense to ask Zoom students individually if very few students. Yeah, so since only one physically and one on Zoom, right? Or is
Yeah,
it
correct.
two? Okay.
One.
So then that's super easy to ask individually. Okay. So when it gets higher numbers, then it won't be feasible.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, this one, last session, okay. Then this one. Yeah, okay. Anything else you want to say?
Not really.
Okay, so for the inkings, your rehearsed document, put there reminder record. Click
Yep.
record. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, did students ask you all much questions this week? Okay, I notice here, look at this. So Chelsea, this applies for all of us. We must always check this column to see any questions. So this student has a question, but I don't know why she didn't say who she is. So I think what we can do is, okay, how about Chelsea, you send this in the class chat. You send that, hey guys, from my last week lesson, someone asked in the feedback form these questions, and I already typed the answers here. Do we need to know exocrine gland definition? That's our syllabus. No, we only need to know what's an endocrine. The second question, school definitions. I've checked many sources, and it is true. Many sources say that hormone is a chemical produced in minute or small amounts, small quantities. So this part about small quantities is not in our notes. So I went to check, is it important? So I searched in the SEAB syllabus document. All of you should have it on your computer. So you can search things like this easily. Sometimes definitions are in the syllabus document. So I searched hormone and it didn't have minute quantities in the syllabus document. So it means OLs won't penalize them if they leave it out. So this is the answer to say. Okay, then the last one, do we need to say insulin converts excess glucose and not just glucose? The answer is yes. Yeah, if our notes are not fully updated on this or like the flashcards are not fully updated, then it will soon be fully updated. Because what we're doing now is a syllabus review. So I'm getting Hui Xin, the ex-MOE bio teacher. She's going through all our notes and then she's pointing out all the possible errors. So I already fixed topics 1 to 3. All the rest we'll fix. Then we'll update Quizlet flashcards according to the fixed one. Hopefully we'll get this done in 2 weeks so that by 2 weeks time, everything is like very up to date.
I
Okay,
was
so Chelsea,
planning
you
to
can send.
yeah, I was planning to like just mention it quickly at the start of class tomorrow, and then same time like remind them if they're gonna ask a question to leave their name so that I can WhatsApp them with the answer. Does that work?
Okay. Yeah, that works.
Okay.
And then you can show this picture also. I screenshotted this from the SEAV
Okay.
document. As you can see, it doesn't require minute